You'll tell us this 5%, let's put it in context. How much money is it annually so that we know what we are dealing with? Senator Cherargei.
Yeah, I can see one of the residents of Homa Bay is calling me. I don't know why. Chair, maybe I've known the mischief. I've known the mischief why the governor has provided not readable contract. Because when you look at page 103, Governor, this is in J. This is 6J. I think page of 3 I have struggled, Chair. Governor, I need clarity. And of course you have said you will take administrative action for somebody who prepared this documentation. Why were you paying in pounds professional liability insurance with a minimum coverage of any occurrence which is £500,000 on an any period of insurance to £1 million? And then in number 38.1, the contract price was 28,289,179 inclusive of the VAT. Why were you using two currencies? One, you are using pounds, unless maybe the governor will tell us whether this company is local, or is it a UK-based company, or is it domain is here in Kenya? Because if the contract sum was 28 million, then professional liability insurance with a minimum coverage of that is between 500,000 to 1 million pounds. Why was the inconsistency? What was the wisdom in the drafting of, and we have had the stories of the signatory, which does not look believable, Chair. What was this inconsistency? And by the way, Governor, can you provide us who are the people who signed, apart from one signatory, who signed and negotiated this contract? Because there is a process of contract, and why the difference between pounds and shillings? This is very unique, Chair.
Governor? And this is a problem of not providing documentation at the time of audit, because once it comes to the Senate, it's in the public domain, and we have all the rights to ask questions.
Chairman, I think we have, on the issue of the signature, I think it has been answered to the best of our knowledge.
Not necessarily to the satisfaction of the committee.
To the best of our knowledge by the person who signed the contract. And Chairman, for the contract to be executed, you have to pay the service provider this amount. And Alphonse will be responding to what kind of amount it is. And even just looking at it practically, for the service provider to sign a contract without us, indicating what kind of percentage we will be paying them, also, would not make sense even to the provider themselves. And that is why I want to, submit that this part of the amount or the percentage of money was part of that original contract. And I do this, Chairman, in good faith and under oath. I want to ask the attorney to respond to the figures that have been provided, the provisional liability figures that have been provided in pounds.
Thank you very much, Chair. In respect of paragraph 24.1, the insurance coverage against the risk shall be as follows. So it's the professional liability insurance with a minimum coverage of any occurrence at $500,000 and any one period of insurance at $1 million.
In dollars or pounds?
It's actually in dollars.
It's in dollars.
It's actually 1 million.
And we are struggling, Wakili, with all what you have brought before us. They are not legible. And we are not superhuman.
The figure is $500,000, and in one period a maximum of $1 million. Those are the figures. These are the terms. Ordinarily, these are provided for by insurance companies. So that in terms of exposure, that is what they usually provide for.
I agree with the principle, but,
yes.
But what was the wisdom in having in different... You are bringing us to IPP. You remember the story of independent power producers, and you are in parliament, where Kenyans were questioning, why are you buying power through IPP agreements in dollars? So that is my only concern. And she was the chair of finance and in the last session.
Because in that case, AG, what
Yes.
you have done, you have really fully taken care of the insurer,
Yes.
but you have exposed.
And the changes in terms of currency will keep changing every minute, even
Yeah.
if you go to next year.
And I should believe that if we are worried about the currency, this actually protects the county more, because the dollar ideally will be more stable than the shilling, looking at past rates. So in terms of
The shilling
cover,
has, Wakili, the shilling has been stable at 120, 130 for the last
yes, so
few months.
but the point is noted. When we're doing our next set, I think we'll put in shillings. But the problem usually with these documents is that sometimes you find that they're standard documents that are used from PPA,
Yes.
PPOA. But the point I think is well taken. But the intention was to prevent and protect the county government
Were
from
you
losses.
there when this contract was negotiated and executed?
No, I did the addendum. I did the addendum.
Then there is an inconsistency that governor said, so you are not there. There was another county attorney.
Yes, at the time I wasn't there.
But if you are not there, why did you say in addendum that that Senator Sifuna had pointed out, your indulgence chair,
Yes.
and whereas at the time of execution of the contract agreement, the parties were yet to agree on the contract period and therefore did not provide therefore in special conditions. So had you been aware of the original contract?
Actually, through the chair, if you look at the contract at 14.1, it provides that the contract period will be agreed upon. Now, when the contract was signed at the time, that was not done. So you will see that in the addendum, that now that is executed by me because now I had joined in July of 2023. It now provides for what should have been put in 14.1 under the special conditions. So we are provided now for the period of the contract. That is actually the basis of the addendum.
In 24.1, it says...
14.1.
I'm talking about 24.1 on the insurance cover.
Yes.
It says at any one period of insurance. So what did that mean?
Yes, so
After
because
2028?
yeah, no, because this is a multiple year contract every financial year. So because you take a cover each and every year for the that's what it refers to.
So why did you indicate that it's 12 months or you use the financial year?
It's one financial year. Every insurance
But you
premium.
have said one period, and the interpretation of one period and one financial year are 2 words apart to a kill.
It's a one insurance period.
Can you take an oath? Because now, Chair, the Wakil is trying to be clever by half.
I think we'll take a view. I think there's some inconsistencies that as a committee we must apply our minds to. And this is a self-inflicted problem, Governor, because you didn't need to come with these contracts to the Senate if you would have provided them to the Auditor General. And it is inviting more questions, which puts a lot of doubt on the contractual agreement here. To allow Senator Cherargei to close, and then we quantify what this 5% is. I mean, how much has it been on an annual
In
basis?
this arrangement of automation of on-source revenue in Homa Bay, I'm not comfortable. It looks like the people of Homa Bay have been ripped off. So I request that we step down this question, we assess as the committee to see if there was value in terms of this use of this system and this contract. Because we need even to invite the company. Because in the observation of the OAG, there was supposed to be interruption of services at some point. So we need to know what was, we have seen the agreement, not legible, but we need to study this contract. Because to me, there is a lot of inconsistency between the original contract and the addendum. And the fact that there is difference in currency, there is the issue of agency fees, or is it commission fee of 5%? Can we look as a committee internally on the inconsistencies of this contract to ensure there is a benefit to the people of
I think you are giving a way forward, which we can give once we have heard how much is this 5% that you've been paying? How much is it? Because we don't have a picture on how many streams run through this system and how much you are collecting annually through this system, so that we contextualize the size of the problem. Did you get my my question? How much are you collecting through the system annually?
Yes, Chair. We have, I can talk about an average of about 2 million.
Only 2 million goes through the system?
No, I'm saying that this 5%, because we collect...
No, start with what you collect.
We collect depending on the month, we collect between 16 million to 34 million.
So annually?
That is off medical income. FIF, the bigger portion of our income is not part of what is considered because it is not being collected using this system. So we are other income outside the public health and medical service income, which ranges between 16 million to around 36 or so million. And in a month where we are collecting the SBP, that is a single business permit, it can go up to 16 million. So averagely it's around 2 million over the regular period of collection. That is per month.
CEO, you know you are giving too much information, which is going to land you into problems.
Chairman,
just tell us, in a year,
Chairman,
how much passes through the system?
Yeah.
Is this 5% monthly or this is annual?
It's monthly.
It is monthly.
Chairman, it is 5% on the monies that we raise. So what CEO needs to do is just to work out how much money passes through the system,
yes,
and what is 5% of it.
So
I think that is what he needs to, just give him a few minutes, Chairman, your indulgence, to work out that amount, and then just give the figure. But Chairman, I wanted to say from what Senator Cherargei said, that to say that the people of Homa Bay are being ripped off from this system, I feel, Chairman, is inflammatory in the sense that nothing on the issues we are discussing have spoken to ripping off of the people of Homa Bay.
No, I think, Governor, that was his opinion. As a chair, I will give the way forward.
Thank you, Chairman.
Yeah, let's just allow him to also hold an opinion.
Chair, the Governor, before Senator...
No, you have stated your opinion. There is no need to...
No, it's not about opinion. It's about facts.
Yes. So you are on record.
Chair, if we wanted an opinion, we could do a literature class. But you know, facts are stubborn. They are provided.
You have made the point.
Yes.
Allow Senator Wambua to also make his point.
You know, we've been in this committee for a while now, and you know I hardly ever agree with Senator Cherargei on a lot of issues. But on this matter, I think I want to propose, Chair, and I know you're going to give that way forward, we step down this interrogation on this contract. Because, Chair, if you realize, it's like we are carrying out the audit here. We are doing the audit here. They are calculating the figures here. They are taking us through the signatures here. Chair, this should not be happening here. The documents that we have, it's very difficult for us to engage on the basis of the documents that we have. They are hardly legible. So, Chair, I would propose that we step this down and engage on this at a later date thoroughly. As to whether there are rip-offs or not, Cherargei is only accountable to his own statements. Thank you.
Yeah, no, I mean, he has a right to express himself, whether it's facts or opinion. ROR, you have the number, or we can proceed and we come back to this later?